at 1 p.m. Eastern only on NFL Network. It's going to be Craig, guys.
It's going to be great. And some of the top free agents right now are thinking about where they are going to play because free agency is almost here. And we are on the edge of our seats waiting to find out where those big names will end up in 2020. But before any of that goes down, we want to see which teams would be the best match for these players in a game that we're calling the free agency dating game. Here's how it's going to work. Serious times in the country. We're going to be talking one at a time. And we're going to give you guys a profile for a big-name free agent this offseason. And we have picked out 4 of the best potential suitors for that player. And it is going to be your job to swipe left, swipe right, and find which team would be the best match. Here's the catch. Once you pass on a team, you can't go back.
Ooh.
So we don't know the teams that are out there. We know there are 4 options. Door number 1, door number 2, door number 3, door number 4.
Okay.
And once you pass on one, you can't go back and say, oh, no, I want that.
You can't go crawling back.
No, you can't go crawling back. Okay. That's it. Okay, we learned about that. Hannah Ann, what's up, Bachelor fans? Nate, you're up first. Let's see who you're trying to match a date for.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, there he is.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. This is Tom. He's a 42-year-old quarterback from, well, New England. He says he hates strawberries, but he loves rings, and his biggest fear is being left hanging for a high five on the bench. Let's see who Tom's potential matches are. Nate, all right.
Okay.
Who you got?
All right, first up, we have Tennessee.
You can wrap it up right here.
I know, I could wrap it up, and I know there's a lot of tie-ins, Mike Vrabel, them having a relationship. What would they do with Derrick Henry? Would he love to have Derrick Henry to hand the ball off to him? They have really good wide receivers. I mean, come on. A.J. Brown and listen, Corey Davis, the tight end play. The defense is coming along. And also, the Titans beat New England in the playoffs.
Did we find a match?
No, we didn't.
No.
Swipe that.
Ooh.
Oh.
See, this is getting a little dicey here. I love the Raiders, but I also love what they have going with Derek Carr. And with the amount of money that they paid Derek Carr and then them moving to Vegas, I feel like they're set with their quarterback.
Really?
I mean, bringing in Tom Brady, is it a big draw? Are people going to go buy tickets to go watch a guy who's almost 45 years old? Will they feel like they're getting cheated? Will they feel like the Brady era will be left in Foxborough and he's not going to be able to bring that same type of juice to Vegas? I believe so. The Vegas Raiders are going to stick with Derek Carr.
Do you want to go if you're Brady?
Let's go!
Oh.
All right, Tom.
Spicy.
Now, this is where it gets real, right? But what are they going to do with that offense? Let's think about it. They got really good wide receivers. They just signed Austin Eckler. Whew, and it's also L.A. I mean, Tom got roots in L.A. I'm pretty sure he got some type of mansion out there. You know what? And they got rid of Phillip Rivers. You know what? This could be. Nah, I'm going to swipe with.
What's the last one?
Yeah. Oh! I had no idea it was New England.
You're going back to her.
That was risky for me to get rid of those
That could have been a Buccaneers logo.
It could have been anywhere. And you know what? I would have fell for the Buccaneers. But here's the thing. This is where the love is. Your heart is where your home is. This is where he should finish his career, where his legacy started. New England Patriots.
You're going with the Patriots.
Oh,
Yeah, and they will bring in a top-tier wide receiver for him to catch from. Amari Cooper.
I like this game. MJ, you're next. Let's go.
Is this what it feels like to be on a dating app?
Exactly
I missed
what
that
it
whole
is.
thing, thank God.
Anxiety.
Wow.
You didn't watch Studs? Great
Wow.
show. All right,
Love is Blind.
Love is Blind, also great.
I did watch that.
Jadeveon Clowney is your wonderful profile right here. 27 years old. He's recently moved to Seattle. Says he loves to clown around. That's his last name. And we'll give you extra points if you can spell his first name without looking. Who might be looking to match with Jadeveon, MJ? Let's go.
Look at this. First up, first eligible match, perhaps, the New York Giants.
Okay.
I'm going to look out for my boy. And I'm not saying he's a gold digger, but it definitely has to be somebody who can pay him adequately, who has the person. Now, the Giants also would be a great fit for a pass rusher. They're big on these guys. Who isn't, right? But no, I'm not going to go with
Oh, you're swiping it.
Swipe.
Okay, let's go.
Who we got next?
Oh, Los Dolphins. I'm going to swipe immediately. No.
Oh, okay. All right, we're going to swipe that.
Although they do need help on
swipe it again. You
defense.
got to swipe it. Oh, there it is.
Oh, I like this one.
Texan star
We're talking about those purse strings, all the cap space that they have there. This could be a great fit. It's a team that is emerging. They're going to bring in a lot of pieces. They need a veteran presence. You guys, this might be it.
Tell us if you want to stick or you want to
Adventurous?
door number 4?
Nope.
No,
I'm going to
I
stick
like
here.
it.
I'm
You're
not
gonna
as
stick here?
bold. I'm going to be with the Colts. I think this is a team that could really not only pay him adequately, but also provide him with a good chance to go out there and show what he's got. They could take the risk here because, there's injuries there to consider as well. Could be a little adventurous on the Colts side.
Can you imagine
This
him
is the
coupled
match.
up with Darius Leonard standing
Nope.
behind Jadeveon?
Nope.
Hey, for years
it.
he went up against the Colts when he was a member of the Texans. Now
Exactly.
to go to the rivals.
Stick it to him.
Ooh,
Yep.
All right, my turn to do some swiping. Nate, who am I hoping to find a connection?
All right, Peter, you're helping out a guy named Teddy. All right, love to dance the night away after a big win. Tired of playing second fiddle and want someone who thinks me as their number 1. Friends call me Teddy, Tedward Bridgewater boy, and Theodore.
Okay.
What do you got for him, Trey?
All right, look at this first one right here. This is actually really intriguing. I feel like Teddy might be the perfect John Gruden quarterback. Smart, great with the precision, will learn the offense very quickly, and yet I don't know.
Push competition for Derek?
I think it's a great choice, but yet I don't know if I'm getting that starting gig out of the gate. And if I'm Teddy Bridgewater, I'm looking to be a number 1.
Okay.
I'm going to say swipe. No to the Raiders. Who else we got?
Okay.
Oh!
Well, right out the gate. Oh, right out the
Violent
gate.
reaction.
You know what?
They don't even know who their starter is.
You know what? I don't even care about door number 3 or door number 4.
No.
I'm in on Tampa. I'm in. If
Wow.
I'm Teddy, I'm going to Tampa. I'll tell you why. I've got
sucker for love.
2 receivers under the age of 30 named Chris Godwin and Mike Evans. I've got Bruce Arians, who's a quarterback whisperer. I've got a good offensive line. I have to go back to my home state of Florida. And you know what? I like the idea of Teddy Bridgewater in that uniform. I think Teddy Bridgewater to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers makes a lot of sense. That is, of course, if Tom Brady doesn't go there first.
Oh.
I'm going Teddy to Tampa.
dang.
I like it. Let's do it.
That was a good round.
We don't know what's in door number 3 or 4.
No,
Tampa
I don't
Teddy.
even want to know.
What? Welcome back to New York City. We're live. Good Morning Football. We're doing our show. Let's go to Will Selva out there in the Culver City newsroom, who also is live and giving us the news. Will, what do you got?
Absolutely. Thank you, Shriggs. Appreciate that. Well, several talent evaluators descending upon Norman, Oklahoma for Oklahoma's Pro Day. And according to the Norman News, 55 scouts from 30 teams were in attendance. The main attractions, of course, wide receiver C.D. Lamb and quarterback Jalen Hurts. Now, Lamb proving the ooh and ah moment of the NFL Scouting Combine in Indy was no small thing. He did not disappoint in showcasing his talent on Wednesday. He's one of Daniel Jeremiah's top 10 overall prospects. An intriguing landing spot for Lamb would be in Arizona. The Cardinals pick 8th overall. Our James Palmer caught up with Lamb and talked about the possibility of reuniting with Kyler Murray in the desert.
I was standing on the sideline over here next to the rookie offensive player of the year, and
Yes,
Kyler
sir.
Murray, who giving you little pointers there while you're in between your routes, and he's been real open about how badly he wants you to join the Arizona Cardinals. Can you talk about your guys' relationship a little bit, and kind of were those pointers helping you out in this
yeah,
final
most
workout at
definitely.
your old school?
Yeah, I like that. I love constructive criticism, especially coming from a guy like that, quarterback, offensive rookie of the year, as you said. But me and his relationship is unbreakable. Whether I get drafted to the Cardinals or not, but just kind of the bond we built here at this university, and it was a brotherhood, and we kind of went through all the grit. There's a lot that plays a part into it, but everything that he told me going into to help me and critique on myself, I definitely listened and took it in.
We have Big Boomer Sooner in the desert. Meanwhile, as Lamb and company were doing their thing in Norman, Oklahoma, one of the top-rated running backs in this year's draft was showing off what he could do during Wisconsin's Pro Day in Madison, Wisconsin. Our guy DJ has Jonathan Taylor as his 35th best prospect. NFL Network's Randy Moss was one of those in attendance and asked Taylor about his receiving skills.
So one of the things I wanted to do was just check the box, understanding that I was a natural pass catcher. I got a chance to display that a little bit this past season, but it was just for 1 year, so just wanted to make sure that I assured scouts, coaches, and everybody that I was a natural pass catcher, whether it was from the slot, empty, from the backfield.
And Taylor had 26 catches last season for 252 yards and 5 touchdowns. He wasn't much of a factor in the passing game in the previous 2 seasons at Wisconsin. Taylor running a 4.39 40 at the NFL Scouting Combine. So we're seeing some pretty big names yesterday showcasing their talents out there, Schrags. And it'll be interesting to see how a player like Jonathan Taylor will be evaluated, given the fact that he didn't catch the ball that much out of the backfield in college, but he'll be expected to do so at the next level.
Well, it's a great point. The three of us were just talking during the commercial, and Taylor comes from the same program as Melvin Gordon. That was the same knock on Melvin Gordon.
Right.
Didn't catch a ton of passes. Well, that's not the offense they run at Wisconsin.
Right.
They've got 5 NFL players on the offensive line. You run it up the gut. Right. Taylor did run for over 6,000 yards in college. I think that might help his factor,
Just
too.
sprinkle that,
Might
those
help.
6,000 yards. And, Will, thank you so much, as always, with the latest and greatest. Guys, we're going to shift a little bit because it's time to ask some of the NFL's toughest questions with a round of woulda, coulda,